are the parts where like sure nobody's muted out. No mutes. Okay. Nobody's muted. We good. All right. All right. All right. This is it. This is it. This is the last pre-season show.
Warning.
When we come to you again next week, it will officially be football season will be upon us. Thursday night football. Who's playing? Chiefs Ravens, right?
Yeah, at
the
Chiefs,
game is officially on. Rematch of the AFC Championship.
Yeah, at Chiefs.
Beautiful way to kick off the season. It's right here. It is upon us. We've already kind of gone through all of the preseason stuff. There's not too much left to be said. I went through the fantasy stuff. We did our preseason bets. Last thing we have left to do is we'll do over-unders today for every team. And I guess that's it, man. It's exciting times. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling ready to rumble or what?
Let's go.
Excelente.
Word.
It's been brought to my attention that the Giants are the last rated team, the worst rated team in Madden. Can you believe
One
that?
of them, yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm watching it. I've caught 5 L's because of it.
What do you mean?
I've played online.
Seems like you've confirmed that to be the case.
Yeah,
Well, that's
maybe.
because you haven't played with the Raiders or with the Panthers or with the Cardinals, I assume.
Ah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the teams that are. Well, I don't know, man. I think the Titans should be there at the bottom too. The Titans.
Definitely.
I'm worried about the
Definitely.
Titans.
We should be. We should be. I mean, those are one of the teams that I think might be better than, you know. Not many out there, bro. Not many out there that the Giants might, possibly better than. So.
Well, I don't know. I personally think that's farce, but I already gave my prediction, so
Yeah.
But apparently my predictions don't count unless somebody else co-signs.
No,
it, so,
no.
What can I
That's a
do?
good-
Listen,
I love that
me.
pick.
You see behind me the bets that are cashing. If you don't want to cash, that's on you. I don't know what to tell you.
There you go.
I give you the picks. You do with it what you will. If you need to wait until somebody else says it, the cash might be gone by then. But do you? Anyhow, have you watched Hard Knocks?
Yes, sir.
I have not watched the last episode.
Now, was that the last episode? Because the most recent one was the 4th, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
there's one more.
The recent one I haven't watched. Last one I watched was third.
Because there was some confusion if it's gonna be 4 or 5 episodes. I thought it was 5, but the way that I watched the end of that, I thought that there would be another one, but maybe I missed it. I don't know.
I don't know.
But we
I thought
saw
it was just after the...
in the most recent one we saw Wheeler, right? Ian, is that his name?
Ian Wheeler. Yeah.
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
That was like the big theme. And this dude Tyson Bagent's pops was arm wrestling people in Kansas City. And then the other thing was this dude Andre, whatever his name is. I forget the dude who got hit by the car on his bicycle.
Oh,
Flex.
I see the episode.
Can you help me out at all or no?
You
said you saw it, right? Do you know what I'm talking about or not?
Yeah, I did. No, I did. I just don't. I don't.
I forget his name, but the dude that he got hit by, he was sitting there. He was doing the sound bowls with in his I guess he was in a hotel or something. He was like trying to. It was just weird because they were clearly trying to do some type of parallel slicing because it was like you see him, he's there like meditating with the sound bowls.
No way.
And then like they would flash to this dude's crazy pops in a bar arm wrestling. And my man is like in his meditation. They keep going back to him, and then this other dude is arm wrestling, screaming like a lunatic.
That's a bit much, man. Like it basically like it just seemed like they didn't have enough stories on like the actual team that they had to take. That they had to add this nigga's like as a sideshow, you know what I'm saying?
No,
and then like
his son is on the team. I feel like
yeah, I know, but the only thing that it was like
they
showed him at the bar and he's just sitting there uncomfortably like watching it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
watching his dad.
Yeah, but I knew they were gonna. There was no way they weren't going to try to find
Yeah.
some way to get this guy
They
involved.
couldn't get him off. They haven't got him off the screen since fucking what, episode 2 or 1.
Yeah, so at the
He's
end
always
of
finds
one,
his way on the screen. Yeah. So
he was at
but-
the combine, bro.
Yeah,
Like I remember, I remember he was the only dad. It was either the combine or the Senior Bowl, one of them, and he was all about like talking to everybody.
Yeah, I
You
think
know
it
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
Senior
It's like,
Bowl. It was a game. It was definitely a game. It was definitely a game.
I remember watching it because I was like I took a kind of like interest in him, you know, like based off like whatever they showed a little thing about him, and then they just they started showing this nigga's dad, and I'm like, yeah, this nigga's fucking
Yo, but
out of his mind.
his son made the team, the quarterback.
Yeah.
He looks promising.
I knew he was gonna make the team. They weren't gonna bring any of the. He was on the team last year. They weren't gonna bring any of these other dudes over him. At least I didn't think so. And I thought he was pretty good last year. I mean, that whole thing, like
I remember
the whole thing with him with the dad, that wasn't news to me because I see they did a whole thing on him last year when he got those couple of starts after Fields got hurt. So
yeah, I remember. Yeah. Yep.
So speaking of Fields getting hurt, Fields actually did get hurt recently, but not physically, but his pocketbook got hurt, and I feel like it kind of surprises me that nobody has really kind of gotten into this angle about what the ramifications financially for Justin Fields are with him not being named the starter, because he's in a contract year. And him not being named the starter, not getting an opportunity to start for that team, he probably lost a couple tens of millions of dollars in free agency next year. Because I mean, listen, I think based off of last year, if you would have said he was going to be a free agent at the end of last year, he got hurt in the middle of the year, but he had like a little bit of a moment at the end of the season where he seemed to kind of be putting it together. They were winning a couple of games. They beat the Lions. And I think if he would have been a free agent going into this year, I wonder what kind of contract he would have commanded from either the Bears or from somebody else who would have wanted to sign him. Because really, if you look at it, the only free agent quarterbacks, I think the only starter, the only person who was signed planning to be a starter, I think, was Kirk Cousins. I think Darnold will be a starter, but I don't think they initially signed him to be a starter, so I don't really count that. But if you look at from a contract standpoint, it was no, I guess Minshew would probably be the other one, because I was looking at it yesterday, and I was looking at the contracts that Minshew got to be the starter in Vegas and the contract that Kirk Cousins got to be the starter in Atlanta. And if you look at those two contracts, you could say you could kind of forecast Fields might have gotten somewhere in between those two contracts if he would have been signed to be a starter somewhere. And instead, who knows what this next season is going to be for him. He'll be a free agent at the end of this year, and I'm sure his agent is going to do the best he can to get him signed as a starter and get him paid as a starter. But teams are going to have crazy leverage to be like, yo, you couldn't get the starting job. You didn't start last season. Your pay bracket, the negotiations begin at the Tyrod Taylor contract, not at the Minshew or the Kirk Cousins contracts. And that's that's millions and millions of dollars that he lost by not being able to win that starting job. I bet you he probably wishes he never even got traded. I mean, not that he would have been the starter in Chicago anyway, but
Yeah, but that's always causes like a weird rift in like in the locker room with the quarterbacks, because it's like you have a young quarterback, right? Because ideally you want a quarterback. Yeah, but you'd want a quarterback that at least, that kind of plays a similar, or like at least has like a quarterback pedigree. Like I feel like the problem with Justin Fields from the beginning is just that is he can't really throw the ball that, you know what I'm saying? And he holds on to the ball, and and it's kind of like he does give you those spurts of like, wow, there's something to him. It's like I don't think they. It's like with a team with young quarterbacks, it's almost like you want to make a situation where like if the veteran is going to start, that he's starting because he's the veteran and they're going to ease the rookie in. If not, it's the rookie's going to play and they don't want any questions about who's going to be the starter. Like if Caleb Williams has a bad game or two, that they got this nigga like Justin Fields
No, but
there, and
I'm
then
not
maybe
even.
he has it.
What I'm saying is not even when I say he probably wishes he didn't get traded from the Bears. I'm picturing a world where he doesn't get because the talks at the end of last season, if you remember, was maybe we don't take Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
Maybe we stick with Fields, and maybe
yeah,
we use those
that was
picks. I'm
posturing,
not
I
saying
think,
I'm
though.
not obviously if they were 100%. I mean that was why they traded him. But I'm saying in a world where he doesn't get traded from the Bears,
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying, like it's just crazy how quickly things flip for him because like if they don't have that pick, they're not taking Caleb Williams. He's probably getting the last year to be a starter there. And whether it works out for him or not, he's in a whole different financial position at the end of his rookie contract than he's going to be now. Now he's after that. Once they named Russell Wilson the starter, my point is that once all this shit happened, they named the Russell Wilson the starter. Over the course of the last however many 8 to 10 months, this motherfucker just lost like probably like $50 million at least.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
But I
Someone's
think
gonna
some
do
of it, I think somebody's gonna still. I don't think his value is if he doesn't end up playing at all. I think that his value is pretty much gonna stay the same, only because of the you know how GMs and teams get sucked into the unknown. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they still might believe. It's almost like the Sam Darnold thing. That teams keep giving him a chance because they feel like first of all, like at the Jets, he went to the Panthers because they got a second and a fourth because he was in a terrible situation, and you can sell that he was in a terrible situation with the Jets. Then he goes to the Panthers, he has a couple good games, and then it turns into like then he stinks for the
5.
rest of the time. And
Yeah.
it's still, and then it still turns into like, yeah, that was a shitty situation there too. Then he goes to the 49ers and they're like, oh, he was with that genius, do you need do you even need should they go to Brock like they can
Man,
move past
yeah.
Brock Purdy and go to Sam Darnold. And now and like the Vikings are like gave him a contract based on that unknown because he never actually got in. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's better especially when you're going into like the free agency like that, and it's better almost to have a little bit of that unknown than it is to like have a full like prove that you can't throw, or like you already proved that you're not that type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So there's still
Yeah,
going to be teams that take a chance on him. So
They can
you
take
know
would
a
what
like
I'm
to
saying?
see.
chance,
Like,
but they're not going to
Yeah.
take it. But he's not
Not
going to
gonna
be
pay
able
him.
to negotiate anywhere near the contract that he would have if he was coming off being a starter. How much money you think he's going to? How much money you think he's going to get per year if he does not start a game or throw a pass this season at the end of the year?
but I mean, but
What do you
like
think
Five,
he's signing
that's
for?
probably the best. But that's
4 or
probably the
5.
best situation if you're looking for something like look at what happened with Baker Mayfield. He was a complete free agent. He was able to go to a team that sold him on like how they were going to use him, or in that style of offense. So now, for example, he had to get traded. It's not like he got cut. So he went to that to the he went to the Steelers on a trade. He gets to free agency. He's able to pick what team he thinks that's going to line up with his best chance. It's going to be a 1-year deal, and then he's going to have his chance to either shine
Yeah, it's going to be a
and get the
1-year
big.
deal because he's not starting this year. That's my whole point. I'm saying that he lost money. I'm not saying what's the best situation for his career. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if he would have won the job, or if he would have been a starter anywhere, he would have gotten a much bigger. His next contract would be exponentially bigger than it's going to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming off of not winning a
My
starting
my
job and being a backup. Like, yeah, if he wants to, yeah, he can go sign a 1 year, $10 million prove it deal like Sam Darnold. But if he was still with the, if he would have signed at the end of this past season as a starter, he's not signing a 1 year prove it deal with anybody. He could get much more money on the open market.
well, yeah, but also he had the chance to win the job and he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
So it's not like
This is what I, this is what I'm
it's
saying.
not.
This is my point.
If he
I mean, it almost.
if he doesn't throw up one pass, and I think next year maybe 4 or 5 for like you said, flex for a 1 year deal. Like definitely this
4 or 5
people,
million.
yeah,
Okay.
because I think
a $5 million 1 year deal compared to signing
I think-
yeah 20 yeah.
Gardner
Yeah,
Minshew
exactly.
signed for 12.5 million for 2 years. You don't think he could have beat that?
Yeah,
He might be able to get
Yeah.
somewhere near there.
yeah,
10,
but
11.
Gardner,
But that's my
but
point
Gardner
is
Minshew was
that you're in a different position coming off of
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a starter
I got you. Yeah.
when it comes
Definitely.
to contract negotiations, as opposed to now he's fucked. Now he's gonna be
Unless-
looking to kind of grab 5 to 10 mil on a 1 year deal, as opposed to Gardner Minshew, who just all he did was prove he could be relatively competent last
backup,
year
yeah.
as a starter, and he gets to sign for 2 years and gets immediately put no quarterback competition. He gets immediately appointed in the starter, and he's getting 12.5 mil a year.
If
And,
Russell
and
struggles,
Justin Fields
though,
probably won't even get that now because he's not starting. That's my point. Is I'm saying
Unless-
he lost a lot of money. I'm not saying that he got robbed or he's being cheated. I'm
Yeah.
saying it's amazing the difference that it made in just a few months, how his financial position has changed. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. Unless Russell gets hurt and he balls out, then we got.
Well,
then
yeah,
he's
no,
gonna
that's
be-
a whole different story.
Yeah.
If he ends up,
That's what I said,
if
yeah.
he ends up getting
because
an
I mean that's
opportunity to
what happened
start.
with Minshew essentially.
Yep.
It's
So,
like Anthony Richardson got hurt, and then he pretty much and Minshew got pretty much the full season to kind of showcase what he can do, and
Yeah, and that was very fortunate. for
Baker
Minshew.
Mayfield had a prove it deal. Yeah,
Now
no,
he's
of
in the
course.
Raiders,
So
so
like
he's gonna
it's
fuck
all
him.
it's all situational.
Yeah, no, I'm just
So
saying.
if
it's
it's-
like
if it's time-
I'm sure that Justin Fields did not anticipate
feel that.
coming off of his rookie deal, looking for a $5 to $10 million 1 year deal. Like
Yeah.
when you come into the fucking league and you're drafted as high as he was, if you're able to get to that second contract, you're not looking for a 1 year prove it. Like you
Yeah,
want
it's
to have
crazy.
already been in a position to have proven it, and like
Yeah, I wanted
totally
him. I wanted the
fucked up.
job.
Now he's lost a lot of fucking.
But
money.
look at what Trey Lance proved. He proved that he could throw a lot of interceptions. So
That's crazy. That was a bad look for him.
What's the connection there? I don't see it. What?
no, because they were in the same draft class. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like the thing with like what I was saying about the mystery is like, oh, they got Trey Lance. Maybe he's the one of the future. Maybe that's the plan after Dak. And then they play him in the thing. He throws 5 interceptions, and you know what I'm saying? Like you have Mac Jones in a
Bad,
pretty
too.
good cushy
Bad.
situation.
Bad pick.
He's sitting behind Trevor Lawrence. It's just like that. I feel like that quarterback class just turned out a complete disaster. Like
Right.
for
Yeah, but Trey Lance
all the
never even
quarterbacks
really
involved.
got close.
You know what I mean?
Like
To what?
he
To
played
being a
what? He
starter?
played what? 2 games, and like that first season he got hurt. Ironically,
The first game, no,
the first game was against
Yeah, 'cause
that
he got-
swamp game against Justin Fields, and then he got hurt the next game, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
I believe
It
he
was
got
there-
hurt in
it
the
was
second
definitely-
game
Yeah,
of
that
the
was-
season, and then lost the starting job, and he never
Yeah,
really.
because then he got hurt. Yeah.
And then he got hurt again, but like he never really did enough to
Yeah,
even
that's
come
what I'm saying,
close
like, he
to
got-
cementing himself as a starter.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Like he never got it. He never did enough to get a chance to even think about like, yo, I'm gonna be a starter somewhere and I'm gonna sign for any kind of a deal. Like he never even came anywhere near that. Like Fields was like just a few little bounces of the ball away. But anyway.
Yeah, Brock Purdy saved that fucking organization.
Anyway, speaking of quarterbacks, since we're here. Daniel Jones or Justin Fields?
Ooh.
If as a Giant fan, if you could right now just have one of the two going into this season, who would you want?
See, that's tricky because I think that'll be a good spot for Fields because the quote unquote QB whisperer.
So why is it tricky?
I wanted him because he might be able to develop there more than anywhere else, you know, or as that could have been as a good position. No pressure to win because the team's not that good. They rebuilt that.
There's pressure to win in New York.
I know, but they rebuilt.
So you're saying, so it sounds like you're saying Justin Fields over Daniel Jones.
No, I'm not saying that. Right now, starting right now, oh shit, that's a tough one, man. I don't know
because if you're gonna say Dable is the quarterback whisperer, wouldn't you be more confident in him whispering? Well, that's what I'm saying. But if you're going to, you have to kind of assume that the person who's put a better season on wax is Daniel Jones, and if he can't get him back to that, what is he whispering?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like the Fields' roof or potential can still be tapped into, while Daniel Jones, we already know what he's capable of. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but it sounds like you're avoiding.
No. I'm just making a decision in my head. Me personally, I'll go with the question mark.
Because this isn't gonna
Fields. I'll go with the Fields.
See, because for this whole exercise to work the way that we want to have it go with the rapid fire, you know, so that it can be on TikTok, it can't be waffling, wavering like that. That's gonna be tough to.
On one hand,
I know that you threw a curveball on me. I'm like,
you gotta be ready. Gotta be quick on your feet, baby. Come on, this is how we do it.
I'm gonna go. I think Daniel Jones is the better quarterback, but if you give me the start of the year, I'm going with Fields.
Okay, so you're going Fields over Jones. How about Trey Lance over Jones?
Give me Jones. Give me Jones, man.
How about Mac Jones versus Daniel Jones?
Oof. That's a tougher one. The kid's younger, but I'll still start the season with Daniel Jones.
Flex?
I want no part of Mac Jones.
Yeah, same here.
Not only because of his play, just because of what the whispers are behind the scenes. Like he's like a whiny brat. Like he likes being in Jacksonville.
Okay,
he's
Will
around
Levis or Daniel Jones?
Yeah, that was one of mine. I'm going Daniel, man.
I'm going Will Levis
with a Titans hat on. Wow, the disrespect. The disrespect. Baker Mayfield or Daniel Jones?
Baker.
Carson Wentz or Daniel Jones?
Jones. Flex?
Carson Wentz, I can't stand. I can't stand looking at him.
What about Mayfield? Jones or Mayfield?
You got to say Mayfield, but you don't know how he'd handle New York. Yeah. You know, he's a little chippy. You know, he's got a little. I don't know. He's like too combative.
Derek Carr or Daniel Jones?
Derek Carr would fall apart with the criticism in New York. At least Daniel Jones is unwavered.
I thought we're having a football.
Yeah, who's the better quarterback?
Oh, who's a better?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Derek Carr.
If you had to pick one to start on your team, I thought it was.
But what game are we starting? What game are we starting? Are we starting game 2, week 2, or are we starting a playoff game?
You have one season to get.
You guys are really driving this shit right into the fucking mud.
Listen. You have one season to save your life.
Daniel Jones over Derek.
Whose idea was this anyway?
Well, I have a little couple players here, but Yeah, if you had one quarterback to, you had to pick between them to lead your team, and if not, if
All
you,
right, yeah. Let's
if
let's
you,
let's let's lay this
yeah,
out properly. Let's set the
yeah,
parameters so there's no more confusion, no questions. I'll let you set the table. What
yeah,
exactly are we deciding on?
you're the better quarterback for one season that you need him right now. Youth, I don't care about youth. How you got his his ceiling? No, right now, right here, today, they telling you, yo, you need to pick a quarterback. These are your options, right?
Okay, give the options.
Okay, that's my. All right, so right here, right now, Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones.
I'll take Jones.
I might take Jones as well.
Nice, like it. Okay, you stole this. Oh, we did this one again. Derek Carr, Daniel Jones.
Derek Carr, but
Ooh,
begrudgingly.
ooh,
I'll
that's
take
a tough
Jones.
one. Wow. Okay. Okay. Deshaun Watson, Daniel Jones.
I'll take Jones.
Ooh,
Jones. I'm taking Jones.
nice.
Deshaun Washington.
All right, and then this one for me, Tua or Daniel Jones.
Oh, Tua. All good.
What? Who?
Easy. Tua.
Tua.
Yeah, I'll take Tua.
You got to go Tua because of numbers. Yeah.
Nah, I don't
Well,
have to go.
yeah, but
I'll
also
take
he was
Jones.
in
I'll take Jones. What are you gonna do about it?
You're the one that's
You have to take Tua.
You gotta win this. You gotta win this season. This fucking season. Not
So
me.
give me Jones. Do I get Mike McDaniel with Tua? No, right?
No, you don't.
Okay, so give me Jones.
Hey, I like that. I like that explanation. I really do. Hey, Anthony Richardson, then Daniel Jones.
Give me Anthony Richardson.
Right now, right here, right now. Go ahead.
Right here, right now, today, yeah.
Yeah, the upside. I'm going with Anthony Richardson
But that's you see, but I don't know. Yeah, that
because
was
he could do he could do the same
He could do-
rushing.
yeah,
he could do the same rushing as, and also like are we factoring injuries because people seem to skip over the fact that Daniel Jones also gets injured a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but yeah, that was
People
that was
skip
my
over
little
that?
exercise.
Yeah, people. That's not a thing that's not a thing that people really mention. They say that
They mention it,
he's
but they don't
gotten
dwell on
injured,
it.
But they don't
Yeah.
make it seem like he could get injured again. Yeah.
They mention it, but they don't dwell on it like as if it can happen again. Like like the reason I bring this exercise up, man, is because it's like, yo, man, I'm so like confused. Like as a Giants fan, like I'm excited about certain things, right? I'm excited about the pass rush. I'm excited about the reconstruction of the O line. I think that we're gonna actually have some run game here with Singletary. And I'm excited about Dable. And I'm excited about Dable being the play caller and saying, "Fuck it, man! I'm putting my hands on this fucking machine. If we go down, it's because of me. If we go up, it's because of me." Like I like that resurgence, and I like the fact that he's losing weight, so it shows like he's on his like fucking I'm dedicated type shit.
I don't
So
know, man.
those
When,
things
when
make-
Rex Ryan lost weight, he got worse.
Yeah, but Rex was a kid. Rex is a
But
giant
hold on,
kid. He's
but
always
that's
been a
not
kid.
fair because he didn't get worse because he lost weight. He got worse because the GM
I don't want to hear.
didn't
No,
want to see
no.
him
We're not.
succeed.
No. I don't want to hear. Nope. I don't want to hear any of this.
You didn't want to
Fat,
see him succeed,
good,
huh?
skinny, bad.
All right, well, we'll see. Not everybody's the same, But real talk though, like
All right, so how's it
these-
go? So you're looking for Robert Saleh to gain weight this season? Then it sounds like.
Well, no, I'm saying.
Yo, fat.
No,
Because he has the
I don't want to hear it.
Oof.
Fat, good,
No.
skinny, bad. What happened? What happened to that?
I
It
want
fell
a fat
apart
coach.
already?
Yeah, you know what?
It
Yeah,
fell
gain weight.
apart with one
Who
question?
won the Super Bowl? Andy Reid. Yeah, he's fat. You go.
Okay, so
Fat
Oh,
coaches
you're
are better
proving
than
my
skinny
point. What are you
coaches.
doing?
There you
You're
have it.
proving my point. I'm telling you, you need Saleh to gain weight.
What?
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, what are you talking about?
it's hard to do. Those stairs and shit.
But yeah. So real quick, because I really want to ask you this shit. So I'll kind of break this. Like, y'all can help me with this. So I'm excited about those things. H, you
You
got
just mentioned
you
the
got-
D line or no?
Yeah, pass rush on the defensive side. The pass rush.
Okay.
The Titans. What's his name? Shane, the defensive coordinator. He worked well with bad secondary. You know, the defense wasn't great, but they were a tough defense. The pass rush, I said.
Where's he from?
From Titans. Sean, I forget his name. It's
They
similar
have
to
good
Shane. It's
safety.
like Shan. Yeah, they
Okay,
did.
so
Have
you're
safety.
excited for those things.
So so exactly. So I'm excited about those things, but then I keep coming back to the Daniel Jones shit, man. And it's like I can't expect. I almost feel like I can't expect 22 touchdowns from that kid. I can't expect that. Feel me? Like so, it's like realistically, I want to get excited about Neighbors, the receiving core, and all that, but it's like, damn, we've seen Daniel Jones has been broken. Even the year that he won those games with his legs, you know, it's well known that Dabo told him, "Hey, listen, you look at your number one receiver. If it's not there, you take off." You know, so
Yeah, but
like-
now he has a number one receiver,
yeah, I meant in the route. I meant in that
and
route.
and he's probably gonna be there. No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you can't put say, okay, Kenny Galladay was your number one receiver back then,
Oh
and
my
you know
God,
what I'm
imagine.
saying is like,
I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, thought
it's
about
like you're
Kenny Galladay in a minute. Is he still in the league?
but
Is he anywhere?
Nah, hell no.
no.
My boy, he took that money and ran. But
Yeah, but
I
that
mean,
doesn't
you-
mean I'm so. But no, all kidding aside, just for a 2nd, that's kind of surprising. Like we've seen receivers go places and be bad and find some. Fucking Martavius Bryant is on a team. Motherfucker was in the
it's
XFL.
crazy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but Martavius Bryant never made that bag. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Kenny got what 20?
No, but yeah, but okay.
He
but
got
I'm
18
saying,
a year
like,
for 4
you
years.
could go get another bag. So one bag allowed.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna
limit?
give it to him.
Yeah, word. No one's gonna get to him. But I don't know, man.
So
I
you're
just
saying
keep
he's
com-
just giving up, Kenny Galladay?
yeah.
Yeah.
He got that one
I
touchdown.
mean, that's not something that's unusual. Can we agree on that?
Yeah,
That's
no,
not something you
yes,
see
yes.
every day.
Super,
Nigga just fucking
super.
just disappears like that. I don't want to play
Super,
anymore.
super,
Fucking,
yeah.
you got fucking Josh Gordon still trying to get into the league. Fucking 20 years later.
Word. Fucking this guy that took the knee, he's still there. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I just keep hitting that wall with Daniel Jones and what to really expect. And it's like it really like like I said, man, I don't know. It's just it's tough
Yeah, but I
it's
feel
tough
like it's
to
hard
really
because
analyze.
do you even want to see him? I feel like how well do you want to see him do? I mean, obviously, if he could be a guy that throws 50 touchdowns, you'd want that. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, would you want another season like 2 years ago where they win games, make the playoffs, but you're not really seeing big
No.
stats from him?
Yeah. Nah, like you said, he would have to break the ceiling that we all have surrounding him. And I don't think it's gonna happen. At this point, I think I speak for a lot of Giant fans that we're like, yo, come on, man. Like, let's just get off of this already, man. Like the kid, he's not he's
It's QB purgatory.
Not it.
It's
yeah, exactly.
that's that's
And they
one of the
keep-
worst places to be.
And they keep giving him fucking like you've never seen a quarterback get that many chances, bro. Never. I've never seen it.
Yeah, but
This
I
kid
mean,
is-
to be fair, he's had a very unusual fucking timeline because, like,
Yeah.
That's why it's so polarizing.
you say you never see quarterbacks get that many chances, but if you think about it, we've seen a lot of shitty quarterbacks get a lot of fucking chances.
yeah.
Like, we've seen a
In the
lot
same
of
team?
that.
In the same team? Like
On the same team,
like,
that's a separate.
like doubling
team,
down,
no.
same team doubling down. Like, nah, hold on, let's do it again. Let's run it back. Let's 6 years running it back. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
what would be his comp. To tell you the
Like
truth,
a more upscale version is, I think, what's kind of currently Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but the
high-
potential is there though. That ceiling.
Yeah,
is
but
still
that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like you're always counting on the potential to eventually get there, and that's part of the things. Like at some point, you have to be like, Yeah, potentially, but never, but doesn't actually
Yeah, but the
show
kid
up.
he's still young, and the kid was a way
No, I'm
higher
saying that
prospect.
But you could have said that
it's not
about
the
Daniel
greatest
Jones
example.
2 years ago. Like you could have made that argument 2 years ago about Daniel Jones. I think Trevor Lawrence is a comp. I also think to a certain degree, obviously, he had more success, but Carson Wentz is kind of a comp too because they ended up re-signing him off the injury and off of re-signing him off of a bad season instead of re-signing him off of his best season. Then they kind of were like stuck in this weird spot with him where everybody was kind of done with him, like, oh, this dude is trash. They end up drafting Jalen Hurts, and then it's over for him. But he's similar. I mean, he's shown more than Daniel Jones, and as hurt as he was, he still hasn't been as hurt as Daniel Jones. That's why he's kind of like a unique case. But similarly, like a guy who kind of shows some flashes, had big success that one season, and got another contract, but then just kind of flamed out. But they kind of had, like, if they would have never drafted Jalen Hurts, they might still be running him out there, or they might have given him a shot at least the following year.
Yeah. I mean,
it's almost like Tannehill too. Tannehill in Tennessee, even
too, yeah.
You know what's funny about Tannehill? Tannehill, when we got Jones and everybody was going crazy, I said the best that we're probably gonna get out of this kid, or hopefully we could get a Tannehill, and I fucking eat those words to this day, bro.
Why?
I literally said that because when he got drafted, that's all. I think it was after his rookie year or before his rookie year. I remember saying like the best we could get. Hopefully, the best we get out of him is like a Tannehill, but he hasn't even done that, honestly. But Tannehill had a different game around him.
And also a successful one, I'd say, was kind of Tua, because Tua was like they were waiting on him and waiting on him and waiting on him, and then they got this Mike McDaniel or whatever, and it kind of worked out. That's kind of like a different result on that one, but
the problem,
I'm sure
it's funny that you say that because I wonder how that would have played out if they would have never brought in McDaniel. Like, how would the Tua thing have played out if they wouldn't have brought in McDaniel?
Oh,
he might have been out of there. I don't think he would have got to another contract.
No.
But that's the thing with fucking Daniel Jones is that he has so many fucking head coaches that he really never was aligned with anybody. I'm telling you, Shermer, man. Yeah. Shermer was the guy. He's the guy who got the best out of Daniel Jones, and everybody
you saw that gunslinger last night with Shador Sanders. That might be the next. That's what everybody's talking about now. The Shador Sanders being the Giants quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like next year. So. Well, yeah, I think so.
No, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are thinking that we're only winning 3 or 4 games. So,
that's not gonna happen. So,
there you go.
They won 3 or 4 games last year. They won more than 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah, and they had Tommy DeVito for most of the season. You know.
Yeah, and they
going to get a Dory Jackson back
now,
too. So,
or at least they have a better pass rush. I think they'll have a better defense, but.
I don't know, man. That secondary is so trash.
Well, you already know how I feel about that.
Oof. Yeah. But anyway, that was a good little exercise. I appreciate it.
So that's it? That's all you? Nobody else? Those are the comps?
Those are the comps, yeah. I think the comp, yeah, but those comps aren't like. They're obviously they're not going to be pinpoint exactly, but it's just like sitting there waiting for this kid to it's like that fucking dude that has that girlfriend or that girlfriend that has that dude that's like he's shown you who he is already. Like, why are you still trying to turn him? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I tell my shorty about me. I'm like, yo, why are you still waiting for me to change? Because I'm not gonna change it. I am Daniel Jones.
The thing about the other thing about
preseason, and I throw a pick 6 when I'm fucking under pressure over here.
The thing about Daniel Jones too is like it's hard to like it's very based on what you see on the field only, because he doesn't really have that gravitational, but that doesn't have that gravitational like energy that kind of like that you have people like, his own teammates saying, "Oh yeah, that's our guy" and stuff like that. It's
Nah, they
almost
love
like
him. They love him.
no,
Bro.
I know, but it just
They
seems
love
like
him.
it just seems like when you really hear it when it's where you know what I'm saying, like for certain quarterbacks you really hear it, so you can kind of like sell that while the other stuff is kind of like working itself out. But it just feels like he's just like kind of like nondescript. Like it doesn't like to hit. It doesn't like matter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it just that's just the feel that it. Obviously you're way closer to it, but it just feels like there's no like noise about him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's strictly like is he that like all the Daniel Jones dialogue is he throws an interception. Oh, he stinks. We told you. Or he throws a touchdown and his fans are, see, he's the guy. So it's like it's no in between with him. And I think that's part of the reason is because he's kind of like a blah personality. So it's not like it doesn't seem like he commands the room like, yo, this is my team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. As stupid as it sounds, it just kind of feels like that's part of the reason.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, I guess, but I just feel like I don't know, man. It just almost to me, it's like we've given him too many chances, and it's like, yo, we've been running this back, but we're fucking getting rid of coaches at left and right, but the common denominator is still right fucking there before your eyes, and I don't hate the kid. I don't think he's terrible. I think we're gonna upset a few guys this year. I think I'm excited to see him with a system that is for him. I feel like last year we didn't do that. I feel like last year we're like, okay, we got Josh Allen. Nah, nigga, this is not Josh Allen. This is Daniel Jones, regardless of what the fuck you want to say. Like, I want to see him do kind of the Tua thing. Like give him a scheme, work within that scheme, and write it out. And that's what I'm expecting this year. And I'm expecting, a few sneaky wins in here for us. But we'll see. Hopefully we adjust this cornerback too with something better than Adoree Jackson, but it looks like Adoree's the guy.
So
I think they like Flott though. I think they like Flott. What?
They like who?
Forget his first name. Flott, the cornerback that they drafted.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
What's his first name?
Waka Flock.
Waka Flock.
So you say you think that the Giants might get a couple of sneaky wins. I think that's a good lead-in for us to figure just how many wins will the Giants have.
Let's do it.
So the Giants win total. We'll start with the Giants. We might as well start with the Giants since we're here.
I like it.
Win totals over under. New York Giants 6.5 wins. Will there be enough sneaky wins on the schedule for the New York Giants to go over 6.5 wins? Word life.
I say under.
Under. Flex.
Over 7.
I like it.
Over 7, so 8 wins. Okay, Flex has the Giants with
Over
8 wins.
Over, comma 7.
Okay, 7 wins, so over. So if they get 8 wins, you lose. I'm going over as well. I think that they can get. I think they can get to 7. I think they can get to 8. Beyond that, I'm not sure.
You think they could get to 8?
I do. So we have 1 under, 2 overs. The defending champion KFC Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs. The KFC Chiefs, will they get an 11 piece, or will they be under 11.5 wins?
11.5. Let's go quick. Let's go. I'll say under.
Under. Flex.
I'm going under as well. 11.
Under. That's a sweep. I'm going under as well. Kansas City Chiefs under 11.5 wins. San Francisco 49ers, NFC champions. Same number, 11.5. Over, under.
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 Under. Another sweep. 3 for 3. I'm going under as well. Carolina Panthers. 5.5 wins. Can Carolina get to 6?
Under.
Under.
Over.
Over. You know I have them over. I have them winning the division, so.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns with your boy, Deshaun Watson.
Wait, who's that your boy aimed at? Just so we're clear.
Me.
Okay.
The
good.
audience, the viewers.
Okay.
Word life, 8.5 wins for the Browns. Where we at?
Shit. 8.5. I'll say under.
Under 8.5 wins. Flex.
I'm gonna go. I think they win 9. Over.
Over. I'm going under as well. Pittsburgh Steelers. The not Justin Fields led Pittsburgh Steelers are at 7.5.
Shit. 7.5. Okay.
Yes.
I'll say this is the first year they go under.
Under. Flex. Pittsburgh Steelers 7.5 wins.
I'm going over because that's just not what Mike Tomlin does.
Yeah, I got to go over too. As much as everything is telling me that
They're
this
gonna
is going to
stink.
be the year. I think their defense can get them to 8 wins. I think they're gonna have the best defense in the league.
Yeah. And as bad as
He said really.
and as bad as we think that Russell Wilson is, he's still better than Kenny Pickett or Mason Rudolph.
Well, I don't know about Rudolph. We saw, everybody thought Rudolph. Well, are we talking Rudolph with a face mask or with no face mask?
But with a nose.
What a bad bastard.
With a red. Maybe that's why he took the fucking face mask off. I will never forget that. That
He
was
plays
one of the
better- he
greatest
plays
things I've
better
ever
than
seen on a
Gus.
football
No.
field. They
He
didn't
plays
even do that
better
for
than
Damar
Gus.
Hamlin. Motherfucker almost died.
Crazy.
I've never seen that before. They screw off your face mask. Anyway, that shit was crazy. Mason Rudolph he's one of a kind, let me tell you. Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are at 9.5.
Oof, that's a tough one, man. I'm gonna go over, man.
Going over.
I
Flex,
feel like
Buffalo
under.
Bills 9.5 wins.
I'm gonna go over, as in their reign as AFC champions is over. All right, pal.
They
Under.
haven't won the AFC championship just yet. I know
AFC
what you're
East.
saying.
Yeah.
So under?
Yes, they're
All right.
over.
They're over. Excellent. I love it. Miami Dolphins, same number, 9.5.
Yeah, under.
Under. Could have saw that one coming.
Over for me.
Over.
Yeah.
I'm going under as
Fucking
well.
McDaniels.
New England Patriots, 4.5 wins. Word life. Can the Patriots get to 5?
Yeah, over.
Over. Flex.
It depends. I think to me it depends how many games Jacoby Brissett starts, but I'm gonna go under 4.
Under. Yeah, I gotta go under too. Yeesh.
Damn. Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
bad.
gotta go under.
They're bad, that's for sure.
New York Jets, 10.5 wins.
Over.
Way over.
As in they're over? As in
No,
Rodgers
as
is
it's
over?
it's over for the rest of the AFC East. All right.
Nice.
All right, I'm going over as well. Houston Texans, everybody's darling. Houston Texans, 9.5 wins.
Over.
All right, fellas, let's pick this up. This is
over.
really
Over,
taking
over,
some
over.
time. You realize I'm not. There's no money involved. It's just making a pick.
I'm picking. I'm trying to go fast.
Yeah, over.
You're
10.
going Houston over. Okay. I'm going over as well. Reluctantly. Indianapolis Colts, 8.5 wins.
Under.
Under as well.
I think I like that defense though.
I'm going over.
It's a good roster.
Jacksonville Jaguars, 8.5 wins.
Under.
I'm going under as well.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. It's a good number.
I got to go under too. And I got a remind me, I got a Doug Peterson thing before we go.
Okay.
Tennessee Titans, 6.5 wins.
Under.
How many was it?
6.5.
6.5.
Over.
Ooh.
Over. Wow. I'm going under. I think that's where Shador Sanders is going to play next year.
Nice.
Ooh. Wow.
Heard it first.
I like that.
Put that on.
Denver Broncos, 5.5 wins.
Over.
Damn, how are they lower than Tennessee? That's wild.
They're getting 8 or more.
Yeah, I got them
so
over.
you go over 7.5.
You got them way over.
That's a bet you should place. You can get them over 7.5 for plus 240.
I gotta wait all year for that.
You're taking them over too or no?
Yeah.
Broncos.
Really? Wow. I thought I would be alone on that one.
Over. Yeah, I'll go over.
Nice.
I'll go over for them. Las Vegas Raiders, 6.5 wins.
I don't see it. Under. Well, that defense is good, but under.
Under.
Under. I'm going over.
Yep.
Los Angeles Chargers, 6.5 wins as well.
Over.
Wow.
As much as I want to go under, I think it's just over. Just because, I don't know. I don't think they're going to lose any tight games.
I do feel like they're projecting a little low, like trending down a
No,
little.
everybody, I don't know. A lot of people are thinking that they're going to be good.
I'm going under. Chicago Bears, 9.5 wins.
Under, bro.
Jeez, that's high. I got to go under. Man.
It seems like the line is it depends on which book you go because it's heavily juiced to the over. 9.5 is plus 120. Under 9.5 is minus 150. And if you want to take 8.5, this is DraftKings. Then if you want to take the 8.5 over, it's minus 160.
I mean,
yeah, because I think 9 is about right. You know what I'm saying?
What is their O-line? What is their O-line? They got a solid O-line, right? It's not great. It's solid.
It's a decent. Yeah, it's decent.
It's a decent O-line, but who you going with Swift? That's who you put in your eggs in the one basket. I know it's not a running game anymore, but a running league anymore. But come on, man, Swift. I got to see it for a season.
What do you mean? You didn't see it last season with the Eagles?
Nah,
he was pretty good last year.
You saw it. You
He
saw it
was,
firsthand.
but it wasn't consistent. Yeah, I did, right? I know.
Detroit Lions.
Oh, what's yours?
What was my what?
The Bears, over or under?
Bears, I'm going under.
Lions,
And Flex, you said over or under on the Bears?
under.
I said under on that number.
Lions,
Ooh. What's the number?
10.5.
Fuck. Ah, shit. NFC.
North.
Shit, that's a tough one. I'll say over. I'll say over.
I'm saying under. I think every team got better there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's true.
reluctantly going over on the Lions. Tough one, but I'm gonna go over. Green Bay Packers, Word Life's darling of the season. Green Bay Packers, 9.5.
Let's go over.
Over. Wow. Division.
Going
You
under
picked them to win the division? Did you not?
Yes, sir.
So they gotta. I feel like they're not gonna win it with 9 wins.
Nah, they're not. I mean,
I'm
anything
going
can
9.
happen. Who do they play
9
this
wins.
season? Who does
Under.
that division play this year? Under?
Who do they?
The Detroit Lions, the Chicago Bears, Vikings.
No, I'm saying, who does that division play?
I don't know.
Speaking of the Vikings, 6.5.
6.5. Shit. Let's go over.
Flex, what'd you say for the for the Packers again? My fault.
Under 9.
Under 9.5.
Yeah.
And Vikings, you said over?
I said over, yeah.
I'm going under there.
Yeah, I'm going under Vikings too.
Under where?
6.5.
Haynes.
Dallas Cowboys 9.5 wins.
Dare I say it? Under.
They over. They always win meaningless games. So
Yeah,
Over.
I feel like they'll do their typical regular season, impressive wins.
Is this the Cowboys' year? And
Yeah, we'll be
week
treated
15
to that
when-
for a good 10 weeks at least.
Yeah.
We'll see. Dalvin
Philadelphia
Cook and-
Eagles 10.5 wins.
I'll go over.
Yeesh. Over?
Yeah.
I go over as well.
Over. We'll make it a sweep. I'll go over as well. Washington Commanders 6.5 wins.
6.5. Washington. I'll say under.
Under.
Yeah, I got to go with under just because I think they'll win 6 games. It's just the rest of the roster. I don't see it.
Yeah, I really want to go over, but I can't. I'm going under. As
I
well.
know. I do
Yeah,
too.
I'm
Like
the same way.
Atlanta
that's my
Falcons 9.5 wins.
9.5. I'll say over.
I gotta say over too, just because that. I mean, having a roster that talented in that shitty division. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say not to say that.
Yeah.
I'm going under. Going under on the. I'm just gonna keep leaning into my my Panthers position. I feel like I can't pick the Panthers to win the division and pick the Falcons to have at least 10 wins. I mean, I can, but that's gonna be now we're talking
it's
about
gonna be a
I'm
stretch,
giving the
yeah.
Panthers, 12 wins. I can't. That's getting too wacky now. That's when you're getting crazy. Speaking of that division, the New Orleans Saints are at 7.5.
Oh, man, everybody tells me they're so fucking bad, and I see it, but then I'm like, I'm gonna go over.
With the Saints.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go
There
over.
you go. Attaboy.
Under for me.
Yeah, I'm going under too. And if Shador Sanders doesn't play for the Titans, he'll be playing for the Saints.
He
Either
might
one
play
of
for the
those two. At least
Giants.
with the Saints, he can
Ooh.
stick with the same colors.
True.
Yeah, that. Yeah, and those shoes, those black and gold Dion's is looking.
Murderers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7.5 wins.
7.5 Tampa. I'll go over.
I'll go over as well because that's what Todd Bowles does.
I'm going under.
Yeah, I like the under there. A little bit too. It's a tough one.
You like the under right after going over. Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I knew you was
All right.
gonna say
Arizona Cardinals 6.5 wins. You know where I'm going.
we all know what H is. I'm gonna go over as well. Over easy.
Wow.
I'm gonna go under. I don't want to, but I don't see it, man. Like I gotta see some. I gotta see more.
Seattle Seahawks 7.5 wins.
Man, you guys really fucking burst my bubble. I'm gonna go over.
Burst your bubble with what?
Well-
Seattle? You wanted to go against them?
Yeah, you guys kind of made me snap out of it. They're gonna be better than I expected earlier.
Yeah, I think they get to 8 wins, 9 wins.
What do you mean? You pick them to win the division with 8 wins? How's that going to happen?
No, well, 9 wins.
The
Wow,
Niners?
rough year for San Francisco.
Yeah.
Parody.
I just got trashed by the Niners.
Baltimore Ravens 10
Wait,
and a half
Flex,
wins.
H, what's yours?
Oh, over.
You're
I'm
not-
going over with Seattle.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, that's a super low number. 7.5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, I feel like if they get 8 wins, that's a bad season.
Fact.
But I think that they'll definitely get there. Or at least, I shouldn't say definitely, but I definitely think they can get there.
Yeah. With Sam Howell, who knows?
Ravens 10.5. Oh, come on, don't say that. Ravens 10.5. If it's Sam Howell, I'm out. I'm not going over with Sam Howell. I need.
I'm gonna go
as crazy
over.
as that may sound.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go over.
Over for Baltimore. Over 10.5. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going under Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm going under as well.
I knew. I had a feeling you guys would.
L.A. Rams 8.5 wins.
Oh, that's such a fair number for them.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go under. Fuck.
I'm gonna go under as well.
Yeah, that's 3 for 3. I'm going under as well. And last but not least, Cincinnati Bengals. Oh shit! I fucking closed this and I didn't even have the number in my head.
It's 10.5.
It is 10.5.
16 and a half at Cheeks
12,
Books.
12.5. 16.5. 12.5. No, Bengals
No.
are 10.5.
10.5. Oof. I'll say fuck. I'll go under. Fuck. I don't like doing that.
Huh, it's blasphemy.
Yeah. I don't like
Wow.
I go
so what's
over.
gonna happen? So what's gonna happen with Joe Burrow then? He's not gonna play.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Joe Beasy.
Wow, you completely turned on your guy Joe Burrow. I can't believe it.
It's not Burrow.
Loyalty is a myth. I'm going
that
over with the
haircut.
Bengals. Division winner Bengals.
Oof. What you got? Flex? Under? Over.
No, I got over.
You gotta go over. Keith is watching.
And there you have it. Jesus watching. And there you have it. So do you want to do you said you wanted to do MVP and all that too?
Nah. We don't gotta do that. It's up to
No?
you. I mean, what is it?
All right.
MVP? What is it? MVP, Rookie of the Year, defense?
We'll set that. We'll do that. I mean, it's all gonna be. We'll do that next week after the pick or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean we can do it whenever. It's up to
Yeah, that's
you. Were the one that said you wanted to do this. So
Yeah, but I mean,
we don't got to do it at
I
all.
didn't
if
think
you
we,
don't
I didn't
want.
think we, I didn't think we were gonna do the Daniel Jones thing today. So nah, it's cool. Let's do it next.
So that's it. That's it. Show's over.
Yeah. Oh, Angels. This is crazy.
That's it. What else you got? I don't know. What else you got? You got anything else?
You got a.
They just pulled the plug out.
Yeah, this nigga made me tears come out, bro.
Flex, have you placed any preseason bets yet or future bets?
Oh shit.
No, because it's annoying because I want to wait until I have a couple things that I want to put in, but I have to go to New Jersey to do it
Oh, why is that?
Why?
because it's not like team based. It's like some of the awards that have better odds and stuff. Like you can't do the.
You want to share what you're looking at with us, or we keeping secrets?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
The
what
reason
it is.
we're here is to share this stuff.
Yeah, no, but I didn't. This is impromptu. And the shit, I was so tight because I couldn't put in. I wanted to put in Florida, in Florida, and their app is a disaster.
You got to go to Tampa. You got to go to Tampa.
Oh no, you can't use that shit.
Can't use it.
No, but you could do it online. But you have to download. I had a conversation with the Uber driver. He told me which one it was. I forgot. I completely forgot though. But that one's run by the
Wait, what, a book?
The Seminole. Yeah. It's
Oh,
a book.
yeah. Okay.
but it's through one of the Native American tribes.
Yo, real quick, what's up with this Friday night game, week 1? What the fuck is that about?
That's
Sao
the Brazil
Paulo.
game, right?
Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, that's so whack.
Nah, nigga, you're not about to see titties in the
No,
crowd.
but that's such an ill game. Like, why would you do? Why would you put that game over there? Like, that's such a fire game. Packers
Yeah,
Eagles. I don't know.
You know, one of the main reasons that I
Yeah, but I
can't
mean-
go under with the Lions.
Why?
Do you know how many games they're playing outdoors this season?
No. 3.
3.
Wow.
3 games that will not be indoors for the Lions.
that's cheat. That's
They're
cheating.
playing against the at the Bears,
It is, though.
at the Bears, at the Packers, and at the Niners. But
They're probably
they
gonna lose
only
all 3 of those.
two
too.
of
That's
those
crazy.
games are weeks. I guess 18 weeks. So week 16 and 17. They play the Bears and they play the
Nah.
Packers and the Niners.
Wow.
Or no, excuse me. They play the Bears and the Niners back-to-back weeks on the road. And then they finish the season at home against the Vikings. But of their 3
Yeah.
outdoors
Outside.
games, 2 of them are being played in the last 3 weeks of the season. They'll only have to
That's
play
crazy.
outdoors from weeks 1 through 14 one time.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
Crazy.
And those
yeah, they-
games normally it would be like hearing them names. Those could be tough games. Maybe some losses in those.
that needs to be stopped.
What do you mean?
Like those are tough games. Like those them playing San Fran. Who else? You said Bears and who else?
And the Packers. Those are their 3
And the
outdoors
Packers.
games.
That's what I'm saying. Those are tough. Those are tough games that you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I mean,
It could
they
be
also
weak.
get 2 of those. They get them at home as well, which
Yeah.
is usually a split. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh no, but I'm agreeing. That's
Um,
crazy. That's fucking. That's insane. Like,
yeah. So every out of division
mm-hmm.
almost every out of division game or whatever, besides one, and it's in California where it's not like it's not you're not talking about like inclement weather or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when do they face the other 2 teams that are outdoors? Well, the Bears.
So
the
they
Bears
have
away.
3 games total. 2 of them are
Uh-huh.
within the last 3 weeks of the
Division.
season. They play Bears and Niners on the road weeks 16, 17. And then their only
So, I mean-
other outdoors game is against the Packers in week 9 at Lambeau.
Yeah. So for example, like the San Francisco game, then what week is that?
17.
Yeah, the San
Second
Francisco
to
game
last
is
game of the season.
still good weather. The bad weather is with the Bears, but I mean, week 9 against the Packers, you're not talking about frozen tundra yet,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. The only game that they'll really have to deal with anticipated weather would be that Bears game, really. That would be it. And by then, who knows? I mean, listen, depending on what happens to the 49ers and with the Bears, by those last 3 weeks of the season, after having the first, however many games on your schedule all indoors, comfortable, the Lions could be well on their way to the 1 seed. Those might not even be consequential games by then.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, and I think that the NFL, I'm sure, scheduled that Lions at Niners, hoping that would be probably for the 1 seed or late in the season to try, hoping that they'll both be teams that still have something to play for. But
Mhm.
but I mean, that's just a crazy schedule to not have to play outdoors, but one time before the season's almost damn near over in fucking week 15. 16.
That's a
crazy.
good. That's a good stat to to know.
That's bullshit.
Why
Yeah,
it
that is bullshit.
Well, because I mean,
No, he means it's bullshit that they're able to get that.
yeah, like it
Why
just
is it bullshit?
I mean, for the same
They're
reason
playing
that-
road games. It's not their fault that the fucking teams
Yeah.
that they're playing on the road have fucking indoor stadiums.
Don't.
Yeah, I
Who they
know, but
play?
like
Who they,
it's
I
like
They're
gotta look at
supposed to
that
tell the fucking
schedule.
Texans rip the roof off the fucking dome so we could play outdoors on the road.
I don't know. It just
Why
doesn't.
is
It
it
does.
bullshit?
It just seems like very favorable. It's almost like if you had like all Miami's like all the Dolphins games at the end of the season if they were all indoors. You know what I'm saying? It's just like like Miami. That's the style that they play, and it almost seems like they're catering to them. Not that that's actually the case, but I'm just saying like that's what it would like seem like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they are very fortunate. I don't think it's bullshit. It's like they happen to be playing AFC South. They got two road games against they got two home games against the Titans and the Jags, and then they play the Colts and the Texans on the road. They play indoors. What can you do?
No, I get it. I'm not saying
But
I'm
with
not saying
that
there's
being
something
said,
untoward.
that's another one of the reasons why one of my interesting preseason props is Jared Goff to lead the league in passing yards.
Ooh.
Because if you're telling me Goff is only going to have to play outdoors 3 times,
That's the
that
biggest knock
intrigues me.
on them.
Huh?
That's the biggest knock on them is that outside shit. So.
Yeah. So Flex, I filibustered enough. Do you have some futures or no?
This thing is I hate this app right now.
So I
do.
like Goff to have 4,500 passing yards at plus 550. I think that's a good price. Again,
How
considering that he's
much?
going to have all those indoor games. 4,500 yards.
Yeah, I like that too
Or
because
even for him,
especially like
for him to have 4,000 yards at minus 115, I feel like if he stays healthy, that should be a good number.
well, I mean, especially with that offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that
Solid
you would have
line.
to worry about is if they end up just running people over and he doesn't have to throw the ball. But
Yeah, but if it switches from from Montgomery to Jameer Gibbs,
I mean,
if like
400.
like if it switches to like Jameer Gibbs is now the lead back, I mean you might as well have another slot receiver in there. So I don't know. Um I think if that's the case, it's more likely to push it like the receiving yards up, the passing yards up.
I mean,
yeah.
he's flirting with that 4,000 yards almost every year since
And I also
since
like Bo Nix to lead all
2017.
rookies in passing yards at plus
Hmm.
350.
Yeah, I like that too.
Caleb
That's one of
Williams is the
the.
favorite. You gotta get him at minus 130, and I understand why Caleb Williams is the favorite, but for a guy like Bo Nix, who we've already kind of seen him show some competency in the preseason, albeit it's the preseason, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be good. But a coach that everybody seems to believe is going to be able to get the best out of him. He's already been named the starter. I think that they'll be behind in games. I think that he will have a, passing script in most games. So I don't know. That plus 350 for all rookies
I like.
intrigues me. The only one that I think would threaten him would be Caleb Williams. I think Jaden Daniels could have a good season, but I think it's going to be a dual threat, half running, half throwing for him. I think
Yeah.
that's where he's going to have his success. Bo Nix ain't running nowhere. If they get yards from Bo Nix, it's going to be because he throws the ball.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
like
but I
that.
mean, because
I like the
the
Bo
the
Nix.
the other thing with Bo Nix is just that he does a lot of the short passing stuff. So it's like, I guess in a Sean Payton, in like a Sean Payton offense, I guess it's kind of conducive to that. Um, I just don't know if like the weapons are there, like like with the Saints and Drew Brees, like they
Yeah,
had a
but
lot of
I was just thinking that, like, did the Saints really have weapons like that, or was it Breeze accuracy and scheme?
And Graham.
Because none of those guys went on to really do much of anything. Jimmy Graham, obviously, before he got hurt, he was an elite tight end. But it's not like they had, it wasn't like he was Peyton Manning throwing to Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne. There was no Hall of Famers coming out of that Saints offense from the receiver standpoint.
Yeah, out of those three,
I mean, I'm just saying, like, why can't he get similar production out of whatever the Broncos receiving core is that he got? Like, it's not like the Saints had these all-world dudes that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were largely, the Saints receivers were largely products of the Saints offense.
Yeah, but Breeze is.
I mean, who was the elite receiver that I mean, again, aside from Jimmy Graham, who was the elite receiver? You're going to give me this guy from Hofstra? What was his name? Colston?
I'm like,
but I mean, also we're bypassing that it's Drew Brees, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is Breeze.
What do you mean I'm bypassing it? That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not bypassing it at all. I'm saying that they were a product of Drew Brees' accuracy and the Sean Payton offense.
Yeah, but Bo Nix, we don't even know if Bo.
Yeah, no, I know, but you're saying Bo Nix can't do it because look at the receivers the Saints had. And my question is, did the Saints really have receivers like that, or was it a product of the offense and the quarterback play? That's what I'm saying. I don't think that it's not like I'm not going to say he can't do it because he doesn't have the receivers that the Saints had. I'll say maybe he can't do it because he's not Drew Brees. That's fair.
Yeah,
but I'm not. I don't think it has anything to do with him not having the receiver talent. Then we're having a whole different discussion. If we're talking about he doesn't have the receiver talent, then I'm not even going to really factor in the Sean Payton offense. I don't I never really found Drew Brees to have elite weapons like that. Is what I'm saying. It's not like it's not like his production was a byproduct of all these elite receiving weapons he had.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this: the only one threatening that Bo Nix is Jaden Daniels, and I kind of agree with you. I don't think, and I don't really know what to think of Washington. Honestly, like I kind of feel like we're all on the same page. Like we want them, we kind of want to be excited for them, but it's like, still we gotta see it like solidify before we even do that. So Drake may be getting the start over Brissett, but the Patriots suck. So I actually like Bo Nix favored over Caleb Williams. I know Caleb Williams in a better position, but I kind of feel like Bo Nix is gonna be under the radar. Caleb is more, everybody's more hyped on him and worried about him, while Bo Nix is gonna run a scheme and is gonna be under the radar. So I like that a lot, actually. That 350 for Bo Nix, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about the wide receiver, the rookie wide receiver leader in receiving yards?
Yeah, I was gonna move over to that.
Because I mean, Malik Neighbors is at plus 330.
Nah, I'm not touching Malik, bro.
Yeah, I don't. I think the only one that I see that I kind of like there is either Brock Bowers at plus 4,000 or Brian Thomas Jr.
No, you can't. You cannot. After the way that you murdered Gardner Minshew, don't give me Brock Bowers. You are not allowed to tell me you're interested in Brock Bowers to lead the rookies in receiving yards after completely assassinating Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, but I mean, how about if it's Aiden McConnell? If he gets hurt and Aiden McConnell comes in,
Aiden O'Connell. Even if he does come in, he's not going to come in for several weeks unless you're telling me this is based off of a prediction that he pulls a Rodgers and gets hurt on the first drive of the season, and now you have and so you believe in O'Connell's that much more than Gardner Minshew that you think Brock Bowers is going to lead all rookies in receiving
he's a gunslinger.
What people are talking about as being one of the great wide receiver rookie classes ever. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, Brock Bowers was the greatest tight end ever. Yeah. If we're being honest.
Are we being honest? What are we saying? What are we honestly saying about?
No,
Brock
I'm saying
Bowers?
like
That he's the greatest tight end ever.
Well, that's what was said.
By who?
Yeah, they were saying they were blowing that.
Yeah, they like during the draft process, he was a can't miss.
Yeah, that he was a can't miss. That he was a good prospect. I don't remember
But
anyone
I
saying that he
mean,
would.
then I'll go with Brian Thomas Jr. with to
I
lead
knew it. I knew it.
because it's at plus 1400. It's at plus
Yeah.
1400, and also they don't have like a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have
No, I
that
love
guy.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah,
I
that's a
like
good
him
pick.
even more than yards. I like him touchdowns
Yeah,
because he is probably comparing all the if taking out Brock Bowers. If we're just talking about wide receivers, I think he is the best red zone target out of all of them.
yeah.
I think he's a better red zone target than Neighbors and Harrison.
If Leggett was in a better situation, I probably would think that. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but Leggett already starting off injured. Like once you, like that's one of those
Yeah.
things. Like with
Where'd
rookies,
Burton go? Where'd Jermaine go?
he's with your boy Joe Burrow.
Oof. That's a good spot. 3,000.
Yeah, it's not. It's a good spot, but you have to also factor in. I'm
Wiggins.
sure. I'm sure
Wiggins
the
and-
objective for Joe Burrow is to make sure that Jamar Chase gets his money. So
Yeah, but he also wants to win though. I don't know, man. I like that Burton sounds good, man. 4,000.
You like Burton to lead the league and lead rookies in receiving yards.
The 3,000. Odunze, I don't think.
So
Coleman's not it. Malik Neighbors. Yeah. Worthy's. He looks like he has a
he's
connection
not.
with
Well,
him.
here's the thing about Burton. He's not going to lead his team in receiving yards.
No.
he's not going to come in second.
Exactly. Like
Ah.
I feel
Brian
like
Thomas-
I
Brian
feel
Thomas
pretty
could easily be the
comfortable
leader.
saying that both Neighbors and if Neighbors and Harrison are not leading their teams in receiving yards this year,
Sure.
that's going to be a big problem.
Oh, but okay.
Burns, if he does lead his team in receiving yards, that's a big problem.
I just I mean, Harrison is the favorite for a reason. It makes sense because he's probably going to step into number one.
Well, I don't like Harrison as touchdowns at all. I hate that. I think
No,
that's
I'm
a
looking
waste
at,
of a number and a bet. If you place a bet on
looking
him
at yards.
to lead the rookies in touchdowns, I think that's a waste.
Yeah, I'm looking
Because
at yards.
until they get rid of Trey McBride, he's just going to eat way too much of his red zone opportunities. There's just no way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, man, honestly, and not to be a homer, but if Dable runs that system the right way and plays to Daniel's strengths, Malik Neighbors he's the number one.
So that would mean that you would like Daniel Jones to throw for over 2,800 yards at plus 110 because
No, you're right.
right off the bat you would
No,
need
I think
to have
I
about
think that's a great price too. I like that a lot.
because you would have to go 1,000, like let's say 1,000, 1,100 ish yards minimum, and that would leave under 1,700 yards for the rest of the team.
Mhm.
So barring injury, that should be
What do you think? What do you would think a rookie receiver yards would have to be to lead?
Well, that was the other thing. I think that Marvin Harrison over 1,000 yards is a drop in the bucket. I think that's a great price.
Yeah.
because I mean he's going to be force fed. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be him.
I feel like a few
Trey
of these guys
McBride.
are going to be
You feel like what?
force
Say
fed.
again?
I feel like a few of these guys are going to be force fed. I feel like Harrison Jr. I feel like Neighbors. I think
Well, I
Worthy.
think those are the guys that'll be force fed. I think
Yeah.
Yeah,
beyond Marvin Harrison and Malik Neighbors, I don't think anybody steps in as the number one.
Yeah. Well, Donze maybe.
Like who else steps in as the number one receiver immediately besides those two guys?
Yeah.
Unless you want to tell me Keon Coleman,
Yeah, but I don't.
but
Not
he's the
looking
only
good
one
for
I
that
could
team.
see even having a chance at being the number one receiver outside
Yeah.
of those two guys.
Like consistently fed. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, I just mean number one, like the number one option.
Yeah.
The number, we know what a number one receiver is.
Well, Donze might be might.
No way.
Not more. Yeah,
Not right now.
After the way that they just paid DJ Moore? No way.
Yeah. I just like his connection with Son looked pretty good. That's what. But you're right. There's too many
Yeah, I mean,
mouths to
I
feed
think
there.
that. Are you talking about Hard Knocks? Because I feel like that. You know, we take that with a grain of salt. With what their connection is.
Yeah, true. Mm-hmm.
But they didn't just pay DJ Moore to not be a number
Of course.
one.
Yeah. No, he's number one for sure.
And Roma Dunze, it's not even like he's, you know, maybe if you told me that he just came in and was just tearing it up, beating everybody, making all kinds of, you know, crazy plays, catches, all that, and, you know, he was just unbelievable, like that in a way that they didn't anticipate, maybe. But we've already seen him fucking up, not being able to get his feet down and bounce. And again, I'm not saying that he's not going to be good. I'm just saying to supplant DJ Moore as number one, he would have had to have a flawless
I'm not
preseason.
saying number one. Yeah, I'm not saying he would.
That was bad.
Oh yeah.
Like that play,
that last one.
like seeing like the actual like the game situation, because I saw when it happened, and it was like, oh, okay, that's a little boneheaded or whatever. But just seeing like how the actual process and like seeing it in slow mo, how it almost looked like he looked down.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't know where he was at.
Yeah,
I gotta see.
Like not even he didn't even know what city he was in. Like he was like, are we playing the Chiefs? Who are we playing?
You think the Chiefs and Worthy? I just feel like Worthy's too small to be like to take all that.
Chiefs and Worthy in terms of what?
Mahomes and Worthy, like as far as making him the rookie receiving leader.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think nothing that I've seen out of what they're doing, what they've been doing in the preseason, tells me that he's gonna get any kind of opportunity to be the rookie receiving leader.
What's the number you think rookie receivers need?
In terms of total number of yards?
Yards, yeah.
I would say maybe
1,000 up.
Well, I don't think if you're under 1,000, I don't think you're gonna get it. I think one of these guys will get over. I think Neighbors and or Harrison should get over 1,000. I think if unless one of them gets hurt, or unless both of them get hurt, well, I think one of them should go over 1,000 at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like I already put in a bet for Harrison to go over 1,000. So, but I think if you're telling me I can have Malik Neighbors with a guaranteed like 1,200 yards, I think that could do it.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I could see it. And Marvin Harrison being in the plus that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. But you don't believe in Daniel Jones, so it's got to be Harrison, right? Daniel Jones or Kyler Murray? You didn't even ask.
You know what? I had that written down. I think that's Kyler Murray, bro. I think that's Kyler Murray. I don't think that's a hard one.
He's gotten to a place
when did
where
the most
Kyler
recent
Murray...
Call of Duty come out?
Yeah, we always go
that's
back
how
to
you
that.
got to determine it.
Yeah, you're right.
Or if there's one coming out, coming out during the season.
Yeah.
And then for Daniel Jones is how far away on the sidelines is Kay Adams? You might get distracted. You got to worry about all the quarterback distractions.
Fellas, I got to head out real quick. If you guys are still on in like 20.
No, it's a wrap. That's the show.
That's the show, baby.
Next Thursday, it's on. It's going down. Ravens, Chiefs. Everything will be settled by then.